And we are back here on the Cowboys Report. Tom Downey, producer Chris Daughtry, behind the scenes. It is time for another live Madden sim. And per producer Chris, you might not believe this, it once again comes down to the very end of the game. This is the Thanksgiving game between the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Before we dive into that, the NFL news of the day was a wild one. The Jalen Ramsey trade has happened. Except it's not just the Jalen Ramsey trade. It's the Jonnu Smith trade and the Minkah Fitzpatrick trade. And I guess just the 5th and 7th round picks. Also, great point by Daniel. I'm not wearing the jersey. If you want to grab that the next time we go full screen, toss it to me. I don't know why I forgot to do that today. Very stupid of me. It's brain fart, I guess. Anyway, who won this trade? It began as the Steelers got Jalen Ramsey. And then it was the Steelers are acquiring Ramsey in exchange for Minkah Fitzpatrick. And then it was, Jonnu Smith is also going to Pittsburgh in exchange for a day 3 pick swap. So chaos across the board there. Who won the trade? D for the Dolphins, S for the Steelers. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. D for the Dolphins, S for the Steelers. You can sound off in the comments and the pinned poll of today's video. 53%. So that's narrow voting in favor of the Dolphins, which maybe is fair for this because I don't really know how to best figure this one out. I kind of slightly lean the Dolphins because it's a little bit more weird for Pittsburgh, another tight end, seriously, and they're fine at safety. And they've got Juan Thornhill, they've got Deshaun Elliott. They'll be okay there. They could always go sign Justin Simmons. Miami getting back Minkah, I actually kind of like and got younger. It's interesting. I was kind of shook when that one happened. We have a $5 super chat from Samuel, by the way. It says, are these games already played or are we watching live? So we record them on the PS5, and then I don't know what happens. Chris sometimes looks at the end to see what happens, if it's a close game or not. Sometimes tell me if it's a close game to tease it or not. But it's not done live. It's just recorded and then uploaded. So I don't know what happens. No one knows what happens, I guess, except Chris at the very end. How we get there, we certainly don't know. But it's not like live filming of it. It's been recorded already. So, all right, thanks, Samuel. $5 super chat. Here is how a wild and wacky season has turned out so far. I'm going to put the jersey on, by the way, for the Cowboys. They won week 1. It's good. Week 2, they beat the Giants. Week 3, they won. Sorry if that was loud and scratchy. Bears won week 3. They beat the Bears week 3. Week 4 won to the Packers. Barely beat the Jets in week 5, actually. Week 6, they beat the Panthers. The loss against the Commanders in week 7. A week 8 win over the Denver Broncos. And then the past 2 weeks have just been chaos. Win over the Cardinals that featured, it really should have been asterisks as far as I'm concerned. The Cardinals got the ball down by 3 with 45 seconds to go and 2 timeouts at the 5, first and goal, and didn't get the 4th down playoff. They ran it twice, and one of which they never got. They ran it from 5 yards out, didn't get in, and then didn't get the game-tying field goal off. It was really weird. Raiders march down the field, score in the final seconds. The Cowboys complete the Hail Mary pass. Week 12, they win in overtime after a DPI call on the Hail Mary with penalties turned down, gave the Eagles a free play from the 1-yard line, and the Cowboys still won in overtime. It was just absolutely as chaotic as you would expect the past 3 weeks. And now we've got a game that's going to go down to the absolute wire today, apparently. This is the Super Chat menu on today's show. Jersey now on, by the way. $5 Super Chat. You are into our George Pickens jersey raffle. So, Samuel, you are in. $10 gets you 3 George Pickens jersey raffle entries. $20 for a shotty. $50 for the beer bong or the champagne bong. There's a little bit of champagne left, by the way. Every $100 total, we will do a beer bong as well, so 95 more to go. We are also doing the Venmo 50-50 raffle. That's at What Going Downey, $20 to enter. If you get in, I will also do a beer bong or a shotty of your choice. So up to you on that front if you want in on it. That is at @WhatGoingDowney on Venmo for the 50-50 raffle. That is the 50-50 specialty bonus, beer bong or shotty of your choosing. So week 13, here we are. This is technically the Thanksgiving game, so if I did it properly, I never actually look because I just hit record and leave. Maybe come back at halftime sometimes. We will have the throwback jerseys on. So that's always important for the Thanksgiving games. Cowboys 10-1 in the sim. I know, it's crazy. The Chiefs are 8-3, and they are the better team by like 4 overall points in the Madden rosters. I'm using the updated ones. Who you got in this one? KC for the Chiefs, DAL for the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know in the comment section of today's show. KC for the Chiefs, DAL for the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know who you got winning this one, KC or DAL. Get those votes in as we look at some of the stats from the season so far. Dak Prescott, an obscene 81.4% completion percentage. It's a video game, and that shows through. Almost 2,500 yards with the yardage kind of nerfed across the board for all players and high efficiencies in the video game. 19 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Dak also has 5 rushing touchdowns this year, which would be among his best rushing seasons ever. He's at 200 yards. Javonte Williams, last 2 weeks, has played very well. He is at 862 yards, 9 touchdowns on the season. He's averaging 6 yards per carry. Again, video game numbers. Jake Ferguson, for now at least, leads the Cowboys in catches. 52 for 521 yards and 2 scores. It's actually CeeDee Lamb that leads the Cowboys in yards. He's up to 681 now. He's had some big games back-to-back weeks. George Pickens has 10 touchdowns and almost 600 yards on the season. And Madden Tolbert just keeps on making plays. That's all he does. He just continues to deliver in chaotic fashion there. Lamb at 3 TDs seems kind of weird, but Pickens is doing all the work in the red zone. He's just like dominating on 5-yard slant routes. All right, Micah Parsons had, I think, like 0 sacks over the course of the first 3 weeks. Now up to 9.5, so could hit double figures today, but after last year of like kind of hovering around the maybe he gets there for the record, the slow start kind of has cooked him there. So give me your score predictions between the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Let me know in the comments of today's show what you think the final score of this one will be as the Cowboys take the Chiefs in the Thanksgiving game day. And then after this, by the way, just for planning purposes, by the way, it is the Lions on the road Thursday night, and then the Vikings in Sunday night, and then the Chargers, and then the Commanders, and then the Giants. It is a good thing the Cowboys have 9 wins because I don't know how many they're going to get in these Madden Sims down the stretch here. Get those score predictions in. Laughter Math, which YouTube has now changed. It just shows the usernames, not the names. I think it's kind of weird. But at Laughterman says, did Madden sign Micah before the season? It's only for a season, so it doesn't matter. They did not. All right, Super Chat menu on today's show. $5, George Pickens jersey raffle entries. $10 is 3 George Pickens jersey raffle entries. $20 for the shotty. It's what Schottenheimer drinks. It's the vodka, essentially vodka lemonade is what it is. $50 for the beer. There is still some champagne left, so we'll see how that goes. And every $100 total is a beer bong. So get those super chats in. A reminder of the sim rules. Diggs and Overshown are back. We'll drop that next week. We don't really need it anymore. Updated rosters, not coaches. So you're still going to see, we call them Donut Shoddy out there, like Donut Drake from the Uncharted series. Injuries are turned off. 7-minute quarters, flags turned down. Didn't seem to matter last week when the friggin' Eagles got a ridiculous DPI call in the final play of the game. Anyway, if you are ready to start today's live Madden Sim, show it by liking the video, please, and thank you. We got to get to at least 50 likes, otherwise, what are we doing out there? So like the video if you haven't already done so. 41 likes. Can we get to 50? I think 50 is very doable. I think it's extremely doable. How long is the sim today, Chris? Okay, so just barely squeezed it in with the recording there. All right, 47 likes. Can we get to 50? Maybe the next update. It's not even a third of you asking you to like the show. Should always do it. There it is. Thanks, guys. Let's get set up then for the Chiefs and the Cowboys in action in this one. Get those votes. And who you got? DAL for the Cowboys, KC for the Chiefs, as we are getting set up here for the kickoff of the Thanksgiving game. Chiefs in the red throwbacks, Cowboys in one of my favorite jersey. I love the Thanksgiving throwbacks. I think they look awesome. The stars on the shoulders are fantastic. So Cowboys get the ball to begin the game. Fielded at the 15 by Jaden Blue, cutting around and going to get to about the 35, 36-yard line. And that is where the Cowboys will come out on offense. Madden Dak is... If we're doing if this was actually real, Madden Dak is very much in the MVP conversation. He's completing a record amount of passes. He's at 81 and change percent. 24 total touchdowns against 4 interceptions. He's dealing. Even with the, nerfed points and yardage you get overall. So 1st and 10 Cowboys. They did do this thing? No? He did this time. Okay. Maybe they've done a better job about fixing it. Maybe they're paying attention. Dak will go shotgun, trips to left. It's a pass, drops back, downfield, throws a strike to Ferguson. He picks up 7 to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Cowboys. So Chiefs on defense. There's Donut Schottenheimer. They didn't have the mark on his forehead that time, though. I don't know why that's there. It's really weird. Dak will go under center, offset I, give it to Williams. Williams is not going to get it, 2 yards shy. That will bring up 3rd and 2. Tackle was made there by Jaden Hicks, the safety, the Washington State safety. 1 loss Cowboys, the 3 loss Chiefs in this one. 10 wins and 8 wins respectively. 3rd and 2, Dak will go under center, I-form set. Give to Williams. Williams doesn't get it. Tyler Smith ends up on the ground. Chris Jones blows that one up, and it's likely going to be a very quick 3 and out. I also don't really know where Javonte Williams is trying to run there. He ran directly into Tyler Smith's rear. So 4th and 2, and the weird punting animation when they run out like this, they will punt. Brian Anger on for it. Should be, is it Carson Steele back for the punt? Doesn't matter. It bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs will take over at their own 20-yard line. Again, $5 super chat for the George Pickens jersey raffle. $10 is 3 entries. $20 for a shotty. The first shotty is 2. $50 for the beer bong. And I'll do 2 beer bongs for the first 50. Ecuador Man's right. The butt fumble was on Thanksgiving. I remember that game distinctly because I was watching it with my family in Chicago. My uncle has a place there, and we played it 7 times. It was so funny. Mahomes drops back over the middle, broken up, incomplete. Tried to go to Xavier Worthy, falls harmlessly to the ground. So 2nd and 10, ball at their own 20. Tight formation here. 2nd and 10, run to Isaiah Pacheco. He picks up 4. I'm always reminded of Jordan Lewis. Lewis is, I'm sorry to find it. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not misquoting him. Yeah, he said that he runs like Pacheco runs like he bites people. Mahomes over the middle, wide open Travis Kelce. Oh, sorry, that's actually Noah Gray on that one. The other Chiefs tight end. He picks up the first down to the 39-yard line. Yeah, I think that was me. He does run. Pacheco also runs like he's a mad kindergartner, just stomps his feet. Which I think is also what Jordan Lewis means too. He runs like he bites people because toddlers bite people. Not that he's a zombie. All right, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Ball thrown 39-yard line. Mahomes will drop back. In the flat, caught. That's a gain of 7 to Rashee Rice. And the Chiefs are now approaching midfield on their opening drive. Second and 3. It's almost 4, and 3.5 we'll call it. Mahomes in the shotgun, tight trips right, single receiver left. Mahomes downfield, nearly intercepted, broken up by Trayvon Diggs. And that will bring up a key 3rd down. Type in those 3s here. Big 3rd down. Chiefs need 3 yards. Kind of in that range of like, do you go for it or not? Just shy of midfield. If I had Mahomes, I would go for it every 4th down play, but that's just me. Mahomes is a missed tackle. Travis Kelce gets the 1st down. Guess who missed it? Donovan Wilson. Just did not make the hit like he needed to, and it ends up being a 1st down pickup for the Chiefs and Travis Kelce. They're now at the 41-yard line. That should have been a stop by Donovan Wilson, and he misses the tackle. Super Chats to come in a minute, but it's 1st and 10. Mahomes on a little counter draw. He's going to lose yardage. Leafau and others bring him down for a loss of 3. Lucid says, Giants have a scary patch. Don't have any good CB2, CB3. The linebackers are bad. I'm not worried about them at all. It's the Giants. Like, they're not that good of a football team. I think they're clearly the 4th best team in the NFC East, which is the worst team in the NFC East. I agree, Lucid. You're into the Pickens jersey raffle, by the way. Mahomes now in the shotgun. 2nd and 13. It's a bubble screen. I think that's Rashee Rice, and he picks up, it is indeed Rashee Rice, enough to make it 3rd and 5. Daniel, how confident are you Gilmore signs with Dallas? Not at all. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think the Cowboys know if they're going to do it yet. I don't think that door's been shut, but I think they want to get through the first couple weeks of training camp, and then maybe they'll make a decision. Mahomes, out route again, caught for a 1st down. Kenneth Murray on Rashee Rice is simply a bad matchup that can't happen in real life. That is an easy pitch and catch, just a quick out with the Chiefs' best receiver against the Cowboys linebacker. It's a bad matchup. By the way, both Daniel and Lucid, you guys are into the jersey raffle. Thank you very much, guys. Shotgun set, 2 tight ends. Motion from Travis Kelce from right to left. Now it's a trips left formation. Mahomes over the middle, caught for a gain of 6. Leafau again in on the tackle. A lot of 2 tight end packages for the Chiefs and a lot of 3 linebacker sets for the Cowboys. Because Leafau's LB3. Overshown and Murray are the top two linebackers. So 2nd and 4, trips right. That run middle looks tempting. It's a pass, though. Mahomes on a drag, caught, and I don't know if he was touched down when they blew it dead or not. I don't think he was, but Xavier Worthy makes the catch, and it's 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line. A stop would be big here. We'll see if they get one. Mahomes in the shotgun set, trips right. Give, and not a lot there. I think that was actually Elijah Mitchell, or I could tell it was Elijah Mitchell or Kareem Hunt on that carry. But either way, it's 2nd and goal from the 8 now. From the 8, Mahomes in the shotgun. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Mahomes, end zone, dropped. Incomplete. Rashee Rice did not make the catch. Rashee Rice did not hold on. It is a key 3rd and goal coming up. Type in those 3s for the stop. Holding him to a field goal would be big here. Mahomes in that shotgun set. 4 down linemen. 2 receivers right. 2 left. Motion coming. That's Hollywood Brown. Mahomes. Flushed. Gonna tuck. Run. What is that angle by DeMarvion Overshown? He turned like a boat and the Chiefs score. Watch Overshone on this play. He ran right by him. Rigged. There's no way DeMarvion Overshone in real life doesn't absolutely decleat Patrick Mahomes. It might even get flagged for a personal foul penalty. That is free hunting. Unbelievable nonsense there. Kick is up and good. 7-0. Chiefs up over the Cowboys. That was not a good opening drive. Not at all for the Cowboys as they are down 7-0 here. Kick is away. Fielded and blown up at the 25. Not a great return on that one. Cowboys will come out now on offense. Lucid, $10. That's 3 entries to the George Pickens jersey raffle. I saw Stephen A. say, there's your first mistake. The Commanders have better offense because Pickens have Laramie and Josh Connerly and Debo. We forget Debo is washed. Laramie and Stody Cowboys have a far better offense. I'll say this, guys. The Commanders were a top 5 offense last season. Top 5 offense in points. I think they were top 5 in yards, too. Handoff here to Javonte Williams, picks up 3. They were 5th in points, 7th in yards, and then EPA per play, which kind of like helps, factor in turnovers and whatnot. They were, as soon as it loads for me. Stats. Handoff again is going to lose a yard as the Cowboys offense continues to have real issues here that should raise some concerns of how this offense looks right now. Major problems. The Commanders are also 4th in EPA per play. They were a really good offense last year. I don't care about Debo, but they were good. 3rd and 8, Dak play action downfield, incomplete and nearly picked. And it's about to be 2 straight 3-and-outs. My issue is the 2nd and 7 run on that drive. Very cowardly, conservative play calling here from the Cowboys. And this is going to be a punt for the offense here. Likely final play of the first quarter. It's a good punt. Back to the 25. And very little on the return. Is that Carson Steele or is that? No, that is Nico Remigio, I think it's how it's pronounced. Their return man who no one knows about. 7-0 Chiefs up after the end of the first quarter. This is the Super Chat menu. $5 gets you into the George Pickens jersey raffle. $10 gets you 3 entries into the George Pickens jersey raffle. And $20 for a shotty. First shotty I'll do 2 of. Haven't done one yet. 2 for 1 special. Same with the beer bong for $50. Over the middle, a drag to Kelsey. Picks up the first down. Easy pickings there. I do think at EXOPA2365, because I don't know why YouTube's doing that now, Cowboys play conservative when it comes to elite teams. Yeah, and that's always bothered me. They go into a shell of we don't want to lose this game. It's really annoying to me. 1st and 10, Mahomes with the shotgun, drops back, throws, caught by Kelsey, takes a shot from Kenneth Murray, but it does pick up 7 on that one. So 2nd and 3. From the 49, just inside of it, tight formation. Mahomes did a weird turnaround, throws nearly intercepted. That should have been picked by Kenneth Murray. There's multiple times in this game the Cowboys could have had a pick. Multiple times. That one batted down by Murray to bring up 3rd and 3. Shots coming. Handoff to Pacheco, blown up and stopped by Murray. So back-to-back plays by Murray might force a punt here at the Cowboys 47. Good job there by Kenneth Murray, slicing in backside to make the play. 4th and 1. Chiefs are going to punt like cowards. It's away, high punt, angle toward the left sideline, out of bounds at the 25. That ends up being a terrible punt by Matt Ariza. Not good at all. And the Cowboys take over at their own 25. Shot time from Lucid says, and we have a top 10 defense for healthy and a top 5 offense. Also drink up, Tom. If everything goes right, yes, you can. It's the NFL. Not everything goes right. There's probably about 15, 20 teams that feel the same way. So we'll see how it plays out. But I think you're in better shape than you were last year. Just offseason vibes are better. Dak on first down will throw over the middle, caught by a kind of sliding George Pickens for 9. Shot 1. Shot 2 coming after the 2nd and 1 play. Dak in the shotgun here. Gonna give to Williams, who picks up a yard. He has got 5 carries for 8 yards. That is not going well. Cheers. Sorry for the shot face. 1st and 10. Dak in empty personnel here. Drops back. Under some pressure. Rolling right. Got to throw it away. He doesn't. Another horrible sack taken. A loss of 13. You got to just put that ball into the crowd. There's no reason to hold it for that long. Unacceptable. 2nd and 23 now for the Cowboys. Dak will go shotgun, empty personnel again here. High snap, corrals, throws downfield. Got a man, it's Ferguson! A first down and more to the 36-yard line. Massive chunk play. Immediately redeems themselves. They immediately redeem themselves. And then Lucid coming through with a $50 super chat. Says, drink up, Tom. Got to get you drunk. Also, add me the George Pickens raffle again, please. You got a bunch of entries today, Lucid. Thank you very much. That'll be 2 beer bongs. And then we're $5.05 away from a third one. Dak will go under center. Offset I. Gives it to Williams. Williams is going to pick up 4 on that one. Only 6 carries for 10 yards today, though, for Javonte Williams. Ignore the Cameron one. That is an old one that popped up. It is not new. Wild cherry. Do pineapple first. Williams goes I didn't see what happened there. I have no idea what happened on that play. I was looking away. 3rd and 3. So I don't think he got very much. Shot or beer bong coming up. From the 30. Dak over the middle. Caught. It's Madden Tolbert to the 20. The 19, excuse me. Get that air bubble out of there. 1st and 10 for the 19. Here we go. Dak. Drag route. Broken tackle. Touchdown, Dallas. Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue takes it in the end zone for a score. A little running back drag route from Blue, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Big time play by Blue as Lucid chart 3 more entries and another beer bong because we're past 100. Let's get it. Type in those TDs. We're also 1 like away from 100. Extra point from Aubrey, up and good. Lucid, how many beer bongs can you do, Tom? Guess we'll find out. Weird air bubble. It took forever to come out there. Here we go. It's the sheer carbonation, man. That's all it is. All right. Kickoff coming here from Brandon Aubrey. We're tied up at 7. Hair in my mouth somehow. Dog hair. Remigio on the return, brought down to 27-yard line. Come on, April, get out of there. There we go. All right, number 3. Here we go. All right. 1st and 10 Chiefs. Mahomes drops back, throws, caught by Kelsey to the 46-yard line. Excuse me. 1st and 10. Trips right for the Chiefs. Watch for the bubble screens there. And the 2-minute warning comes. Well, I came quick, actually. I was not ready for that. It's a 1st and 10. Laughter math. It hasn't cut the Taylor Swift once yet. I don't think EA paid her for her rights. From the 46, Mahomes in the shotgun. Drops back. Over the middle. Caught by Noah Gray. Slicing and picking up 9. Brought down by Leafau. Lucid, another $5 super chat, says, Tom, if you get very drunk today, do not blame me. Ha, ha, ha. Well, I mean, I will take personal accountability, although you're the one putting out all the super chats. So, you know, I'll take the majority blame, though. Don't worry. Mahomes caught. That's Kelsey. Or, sorry, it's Gray again. I'm sorry. I can't tell apart the 2 white tight ends who start with 8. Also, why is Noah Gray having a big game for the Chiefs? What is going on here? 1st down, Chiefs. Clock is running. 1:10 to go here in the first half. Shotgun set for Mahomes. Throws. Caught. That's Noah Gray again. And Noah Gray blows right by Malik Hooker and has like a 37-yard touchdown. It's just, actually, more like a 44-yard touchdown. Why did Malik Hooker stop running? He literally stopped. So 57 seconds left. You don't pay a hooker to... Just stop there. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. 13-7. Let me just not go any further before I get canceled. He committed a DPI against the Eagles, too, by the way. $14-7, Chiefs are up. Cowboys do have time to go get points here. Lone Wolf says, bro, you already halfway said it. Yeah, I did. I stopped it, though. Kick is away from the 15. That's Jaden Blue dancing around, gets to the 28-yard line. Lucid, $5. Tom, my girlfriend is worried I'm getting you very drunk. That's 3 beer bongs and a couple shots. That's fine. It's not that bad. They're also they're seltzer, so like it's what, 4%, 5%, whatever. It's the same. That 1% ain't gonna kill me. Don't worry about it. If I ever start getting too drunk, I will stop. Dak downfield, caught by Lamb. What a catch to the 37-yard line. Dak, a strike to Lamb, makes a beautiful spinning grab, essentially. Look at this one right here, the replay. He pulled that in one-handed, right? One-handed by Lamb. That is the cleanest catch I've seen in Madden ever. That was so smooth. What a catch. What a catch. So Cowboys now marching 48 seconds. They did call a timeout. Ball to 38. Dak will drop back. Stepping up. Throws to Williams. Should have got out of bounds. He did not. Timeout Dallas. They're so bad with clock management in this game. It drives me insane. Drives me insane. Some more Super Chats get to here in just a second. Do them at halftime? Yeah, let's do them at halftime. It's a good call. Or if the Cowboys score just before halftime there. From the 20, Dak will drop back. Throws. End zone. Touchdown. Just like that. It's George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. A rapid-fire scoring drive right there. It was, what, 3 plays? 3 plays and 6 as Dak finds Pickens in the end zone. And after a very slow start to the game, Dak finds George Pickens. That is the 11th touchdown in the sim that George Pickens has. It's a fantasy wet dream out there. Is that one going to get me canceled or no? Is that one fine? Cameron Palmer, anytime I use the game time code for some concert tickets. Great, Cameron. Hope you had a good time. Let me know what concert it was, by the way. I am upset related. First off, as a almost mid-30s white male, I like Blink-182. Now, is that going to get me canceled? No, that one's fine because it's about myself. I think it's fine. X1's good, by the way. I want to go see Blink-182. They're going to be in town on my wife's due date. So, like, I can't go. Can't go. I'm very saddened by that. Lone Wolf, hope you're doing well, by the way, man. Haven't been able to catch you live for a while. Everything's good, Lone Wolf. Thanks for tuning in. Both you guys are into the George Pickens jersey raffle. So 37 seconds left in the half. Maybe too much time for the Chiefs. It's Mahomes. Well, he hasn't been Mahomes in about 2 years. Return is going to go nowhere. In part because I know he hasn't been Mahomes for about 2 years because I have him on my dynasty team. They're just not actually that good. He's not been that productive. Super annoying to me. So 33 seconds. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Mahomes drops back, throws, caught by Kelce. He gets to the 41. Timeout Chiefs. Roy, $5. Good news. On our end, it's still showing your names and not your handles on YouTube. In for the jersey. Tom, what's your Cowboys record prediction for the season? I've got it at 10 wins. I've got money on the over as well, by the way. Already put money on the over, which is only like, I think, 7.5, by the way. Kind of low. I got him at 10 and 7. I might have said 10 and 6, so I meant 10 and 7. Tough schedule down the stretch. Mahomes, a quick strike to Kelce. And just like that, 2 plays, and the Chiefs are in field goal territory. Cameron, $2. I'm going to see Tyler Childers. What is it? Childers, you know who he is? Country singer? Okay, I am unfamiliar. In Ohio. in October in Ohio. Well, have fun, Cameron. Have fun. I Googled it. It says it's going to be in Cincinnati in Ohio. So I don't know if that, maybe he's got other ones, but he's got Cuyahoga Falls. You have no idea where that is, do you? That's essentially Cleveland area. I've been there before. Mahomes, quick route, caught, bad tackling again. It's a first down, timeout called. Cuyahoga Falls in October, on October 7th, and Cincinnati before that. Don't know which one he's going to. It's the 3rd. Let me Google what day of the 3rd is. I would guess like a Friday. It's a Friday. 1st and 10 Chiefs. Ball to 25. They are out of timeouts. 18 seconds left. Mahomes, all day, under pressure. It's a sack. They're not going to get a playoff. Mozzie Smith brings him down. Maybe one of his best plays so far in the sim. They will not get a playoff, and that is how the half will end. Mozzie Smith, what a play. Bringing down Mahomes for the sack. If you had Mozzie Smith anytime sack in your parlay, congratulations. What a one to hit. Massive play there by Mozzie Smith to bring down Mahomes for the sack. All right, the Super Chat menu today, folks. $5, George Pickens jersey raffle entry. $10 is 3 George Pickens jersey raffle entries. $20 for a shotty, and $50 for some more beer bongs. If we get them. So we are at the half. We are all tied up at 14. A massive play by Mozzie Smith, of all people, to bring down Mahomes. Kind of evens out the nonsense missed tackle by Overshown, right? Kind of evens it out a little bit, I feel like. Return here, not going to go anywhere to the 23-yard line. Mahomes, 16 of 20 for 209 at the half. The shots are shotties because there's a little bit of lemonade mixed in, just like Schottenheimer drinks. All right, 1st and 10. Mahomes has all but 7 yards of their offense, or 11 yards of their offense. Mahomes drops back again, flush to his left, brought down. It's another sack. Micah Parsons, a loss of 7. 2 sacks on the day, back-to-back plays technically, to end the half and to begin the half. Second and 17. Micah now has double-digit sacks on the sim season. In the sim season? I gotta be in the sim season, right? Right? Back at their own 16. Cowboys drop a blitz package. They do a drag to Hollywood Brown. Doesn't get a lot. 3rd and 13 coming up next. Type in those threes. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 13. You have to stop them here. Got to do it. Holmes in the shotgun. He'll drop back to pass. Throws. Wide open. Xavier Worthy. And it's an 80-yard touchdown. Just right through the defense. 80 yards to the house. Linebacker, I don't know what Overshown is doing. I don't know how Donovan Wilson isn't playing better deep coverage. Xavier Worthy, untouched, 80 yards. Mahomes almost has 300 passing yards now. Because he was at 209 going into the half. That was 80 yards right there. Rebel got cooked too. Extra point is up and good, 21-14. Not a good drive there by the Cowboys defense. The Chiefs just march right down the field. Kickoff coming up here. And a return to about the 32-yard. So 1st and 10. $5:50 to go in the third quarter. From the 32, Dak will drop back. I don't know what the hell the running back's doing, and it's incomplete. Why did Javonte Williams almost try to tackle Dak on that play? Second and 10. Dak over the middle, caught by Pickens for a first down. Big pickup there as my YouTube stream crashes. Dak to GP3, the Dickens connection. I'm going to keep calling it that. I don't care. It's funny. We're going to make it stick. That sounds kind of dirty too, by the way. That sounds really dirty. It's not what I was going for. From the 49, empty trips quads right for Prescott. Drag route caught. Madden Tolbert to the 35. First and 10. Dak throws, caught, Lamb is in! Touchdown Dallas! The Cowboys passing offense responds again as Dak finds Lamb in the end zone. Well, I guess eventually gets him into the end zone. Not that dissimilar to the Worthy play. Also, are you serious, CeeDee Lamb? The backhanded one-handed catch? He did not need to catch it that way. He caught it backhanded like this, and it stuck to his hand. Unnecessary elite grab by CeeDee Lamb, and we're tied up at 21. Tied up at 21. Madman, this got to be the craziest game you've streamed. It can't be. It's up there. Kick is away from Aubrey. Brought out by Ramingo. He's going to get to breaks a tackle and gets to the 32-yard line. We still got 4:43 to go in the third quarter, and we are tied up at 21. The Super Chat menu, $5, you're in to our George Pickens jersey raffle. $10, 3 entries. $20 for a shotty, $50 for the beer bong. I didn't even get to do the 2-for-1 special because they scored from outside the red zone. First and 10, Mahomes hands it off to Pacheco. He picks up 6. Second and 4. Empty personnel. Dak throws, or Mahomes, quick strike. Wrong quarterback. Anyway, $20 for a shotty. First and 10. Mahomes, another drag. This one, a gain of 6 to Xavier Worthy. Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Diggs makes the tackle, but not enough to stop him for a first down. From the 45, Mahomes drops back. A gain of 8. Again, that's Xavier Worthy. Mahomes doing a weird, spin around nonsense and finds Pacheco for the first down pickup. First and 10. The nonsense 180 spin, which Dak has done too. It's weird how that's even in the game. From the 27, Mahomes drops back, throws, quick one, caught by Kelsey, hit hard by Overshown. He picks up 8. Second and 2. Inside the 20. Mahomes with motion from Kelsey. Drops back. Throws. Caught again by Kelsey. And Kelsey's inside the 10 to the 6. Six-yard line. Minute to go in the third quarter. 21 all. Mahomes. Shotgun set. Motions Noah Gray. They like going to the guy in motion, I've noticed. Mahomes has all day. Has Gray. Finds him, and he's stopped at the 1. So Noah Gray came in motion from left to right, ran it out, and then turned around and came back across the formation on a drag somehow. So second and goal from the 1. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Under center, Mahomes drops back, throws, end zone. Wide open, Travis Kelce. How do you not cover him? Look, for a lot of the games this year, 28 points would win. And the Chiefs are about to have 28 points before the third quarter ends. 28 points would have you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wins alone with the Cowboys. Unbelievable. 28-21. We are not yet done with the third quarter. What a game. So kickoff coming up, 22 seconds left here. It's away. That's Blue from his own 11. Blue going to get to 30. 35-40. Jaden Blue's loose 40. 35-30. Out of bounds. The best return we've seen all year long. Been very limited good returns. And the Cowboys special teams setting up the Cowboys for success. 2-for-1 special. $50 supers are 2 beer bongs if they score a TD. $20 is 2 shots if they score the TD. Dak, a slant route. They are inside the red zone. I think that was Madden Tolbert, by the way. 2nd and 1 to end the third quarter. They also just took off like 30 seconds. I don't know if you caught that on the timer. They took off like a second somehow, even though it didn't count. So 28-21, $5, you're into our George Pickens jersey raffle. $10 is 3 entries. We're in the red zone. $20 is 2 shotties if they score. $50 is 2 beer bongs if they score. From the 20, just inside of it, 1.5 yards to go. It's a give to Williams. He doesn't get it. He lost yardage, the run game. After, he's averaged 9 yards per carry. Or 6 yards per carry. He's been terrible today. 3rd and 1 now from the 20. They did lose a 0.5 yard there. Dak, quick out. Caught by Ferguson for a first down. Type in those ones. First and 10. Dak, play action, pressure coming. Gonna lose 10. That's one of those as a quarterback, you just have to feel the pressure. There's nobody open, but you can't really see it necessarily. You got to feel that pressure and throw it away. The nickel blitz worked to perfection on that one. Deion Bush came in to make the play. The run game has not worked. Stop the play action nonsense. 2nd and 20 outside the red zone from the 27. Dak throws a strike. And nearly intercepted, trying to go to Madden Tolbert, broken up by Trent McDuffie. So 3rd and 20 here. Someone said put in Milton. Dak. A wheel route. It's a Jaden Blue touchdown. Just like they ran in Texas. Jaden Blue wheel route touchdown. Dallas about to tie this bad boy up. There's no safety down there. Nick Bolton got picked. And the wheel route on 3rd and 20 works. This game is nonsense. Jaden Blue, 2 touchdowns on the game. We are on a generational run of games right now. An absolutely generational run. Extra point from Aubrey, good. We are tied at 28. Can the defense make a stop? Can they get a stop here? Because again, 28 points, as I've said from the Madden Sims so far this year, would give you 7 wins. Alone. The most the Cowboys have scored in regulation is 31 points. They've done that twice. Last week, the overtime win, they scored 37. The most they've allowed in regulation is also 31 from last week. Before that, it was no more than 27 in a loss. Returned to the 25. The Chiefs will take over there. 5:32 to go. Mahomes has 351 passing yards today. You know what this game is, guys? This is the Broncos-Cowboys Manning-Romo game. That's what this game is. The Madden version of it. Defenses have been terrible. Offenses keep scoring points. So 1st and 10, Mahomes in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Pacheco. Pacheco getting to the edge, gets the first down and more to the 45. Taking 5 carries, you're going to have more yards than Javonte Williams has all game long. 1st and 10. .5:05 to go in the ball game. The blinding sun is out again. It comes in too late, I've noticed. It should be dark by now. It's like 2 hours behind. Mahomes uncorking a bomb. Caught down to the 1. Xavier Worthy cooking Malik Hooker. God, the safeties have been terrible today. That play puts Mahomes over 400 passing yards. We've done this for 2 years. I have never seen that many yards in a Madden sim. I've never seen that. 400 yards for Mahomes, who now got his X Factor. What took him so long? 1st and goal from the 1. It's a pass. Worthy, wide open touchdown. I mean, you got Leafau covering him. What do you expect? This is the most points the Cowboys have allowed all season long in the Madden sim. People mad at Micah. They have not been long-held plays, though. These are just like regular dropbacks, balls out. This is the safeties and the secondary have been terrible in this one. Absolutely terrible. There's Micah. Had the sack earlier, and then 3rd and 13, a quick strike to Worthy for an 80-yard score, you know? Extra point is up by Butker. It is good. 35-28. All right. Offense got to go score again. Which, by the way, if they do score a touchdown, 35 points would be the most points scored in any regular period game. No overtime. They've got 37 in overtime. Would have their best offensive performance in what may or may not end up being a win. Because, again, this is just the Broncos-Cowboys Manning-Romo game all over again. Offense plays great. Defense has been terrible. 15-yard line. Turpin on the return is going to get very little on that one. And Dallas will come out on offense. 4:47. Which in real life, I'd love to not let the Chiefs offense get the ball back, but I don't think in Madden they can control it for 4.5 minutes. There's no way. This feels like final possession wins the game. That's what it feels like here. 1st and 10 from the 28. I-form set. Dak drops back. Quick strike nearly intercepted. It's a recklessly dangerous throw. Broken up by, I think that was Cam Jones, one of the backup linebackers? Or was that might have been, that wouldn't make sense if he's out there at all. Anyway, 2nd and 10. And they got double motion here going empty. Prescott in the shotgun. Drops back. Quick hitch. Caught by Ferguson. First down, Fergie to the 42-yard line. That should put Dak over 300 if he wasn't already. But then again, Mahomes is going to be approaching 400 today. You popping that Zin over there, Chris? That's crazy. 1st and 10. 4:25 to go. Just outside the 43-yard line. 2 tight ends right. Dak gives to Javonte. Javonte, his best run of the day. A generous 9 yards gained. Going to be 2nd and 1. 4 minutes to go here in 3 seconds in the 4th quarter. We are once again heading down to the wire, it feels like. Chris said it was down to the wire. 2nd and 1.5. A give to Williams. Williams, he has not run the ball well. They lose 1. 10 carries, 21 yards today. He has averaged 6 yards per carry over the course of the season. He's got 2.1 today. Horrible efficiency. Horrible. 3rd and 2. It's 4-down territory. Prescott throws. Caught again. Ferguson. He gets the 1st down. So 3:15 to go. I am in bleed clock territory. Like, I don't want to give the ball to the Chiefs more than 30 seconds left max. And even that might be too much. They won't bleed clock, though. I'm sure of it. 3 minutes to play. Shotgun set. Prescott drops back. Downfield. Caught. It's Madden Tolbert again. It's the 20. All right, if the Cowboys tie this game up, or take the lead if they go for 2, which they're not going to do, $50, 2 beer bongs. $20, 2 shots. Specialty offer right now. Available for the next, we'll see how long it is. It's 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Ball at the 20. 2:35 to play. They got to bleed more clock. They don't. It's a give to Williams. Good pickup there. He gets 6. 11 carries, 27 yards for Javonte Williams. Not been a great day. They should not run a play before the 2-minute warning if they are smart. They're going to run a play. 10 seconds. A toss left to Williams, who gets the 1st down to the 6. 2-minute warning, but that was bad clock management. That's bad. The clock's on your side. You don't want to give Mahomes time. You want to bleed more time off here. I-form set for Javonte. He gets the handoff, and I feel like the Chiefs let him score there. Touchdown Dallas. We're an extra point away from tying it, but there's too much time for KC. There's too much time. That was an easy halfback dive right behind Lipke, the fullback. If the Super Chats don't work for you, for whatever reason, at @WhatGoingDowney on Venmo, the offers always stand. I know sometimes the Super Chats can have some issues there. Venmo, at @WhatGoingDowney, always eligible. And if you put it in now because the Super Chats weren't working, I will still honor the offer we got last time. Or offered last time. AJ last name. Can I say this out loud? I don't know if I can say that one. That one feels bad. We are tied up here at 35. The most points scored in regulation by either team this year. It's the highest scoring Madden game, Madden Sim, all year as well. The return, the 24, brought down there. 406 passing yards for Patrick Mahomes. He has 4 touchdowns and 4 incompletions. The defense has killed you. There's no way around it. Like, they're doing 7-minute quarters. if you were not factoring in, adjusting for time, it's 70-70. Let that sink in. Mahomes and his X Factor. 1st and 10, minute 53. Mahomes throws a quick little drag out route, caught for a gain of 4. It's 4:08 on the game for Mahomes. You got to get a stop here. Force a punt. Let's go to overtime. Just outside the 30. Mahomes in the shotgun. Drops back. Has some time. Throws. Caught. It's no gain. 3rd and 6. No, incomplete. Incomplete pass. The clock stops at 1:44. 3rd and 6. Mahomes drops back, wide open Pacheco. You know who else has had a bad game? DeMarvion Overshown. It's actually Kareem Hunt, by the way. It's actually Kareem Hunt. DeMarvion Overshown has not done a good job today in space. Laughter man, it came through. We'll count it. We'll count it. Oh, this is also, I'm pretty sure this is Turd Ferguson. Yes, it is. It is. Mahomes, downfield, caught. Gain of 3. The clock is ticking. Turd Ferguson, 2 shots. I got you, buddy. Glad it worked for you. 2nd and 7. Minute to play. 1. Mahomes drops back. Drag, caught to midfield. 3rd and 4. No timeout called. It's another 3rd down. Can they get the stop? Shot number 2 for Turd Ferguson. By the way, the next $50 super chat would actually be 2. We get to 100. Would be 2 for 1 and get to $200. Mahomes finds Kelsey wide open. Timeout Chiefs. And they're in field goal range of the 32-yard line. What is Overshown doing? He got the 1st down, bro. What are you doing out there? The Chiefs are now in field goal range. 23 seconds left. It would be a 49-yard try right now. Give to Pacheco. Gets a yard. Timeout Chiefs. Would be a 48-yard try. Mahomes threw for damn near 450 yards in this one. We haven't seen 350, I don't think, in a game yet. Dak's season high this year is 347 last week in overtime. He might have thrown for 350 today, actually. Offset I. Everyone to the right side. Give up the middle. Pacheco picks up 5. And they will settle for the field goal try coming up next. This would be a walk-off field goal if Madden does the timing right, at least. They call timeout. 2 seconds left. 43-yard field goal try for Butker and the walk-off win. Why are they showing Mahomes out there? It's obviously a field goal kick. Right? Field goal try. Timeout Dallas. They're going to ice him. Okay, I respect it. Doesn't work, but I respect it. $43-yard try. Butker from in between the hashes. Kick is up. Kick is good. How about that, Chris? Another walk-off, this time loss for the Dallas Cowboys as the Chiefs win an absolute barn burner, 38-35. despite Lamb's incredible one-handed catches, Dak throwing for like 350-something, the Cowboys defense was booty in this one, and the Chiefs come out on top. We will get to a mailbag next. I will take the jersey off for said mailbag. Get your questions in via hashtag Cowboys or Super Chat altogether. Chris, you can give your thoughts on that game, but that felt like a defensive disaster class right there to me.
Yeah, I mean, there was somebody earlier that said they even put the hashtag Cowboys in there. And said it's just crazy how it's just like real life Cowboys offense can't do anything. And then all of a sudden, they just start going crazy. It was like 7-7 with like 2 minutes to go in the first half.
It was. It's true.
Like, it just all of a sudden picked it up out of nowhere.
Frustrating loss there in Madden. In real life, I think we'd be melting down over the defense. Just like cussing them out nonstop. Reminds me of that Seahawks game. Remember the Thursday night Seahawks game? Like the defense was terrible. Which, like, without the juice stats, and the Cowboys found a way to win despite, like, Geno throwing for, like, 400 yards or something. It's bad. All right, get your questions in via hashtag Cowboys. Skip the line all together via the Super Chat. That's hashtag Cowboys. That way, Chris can actually find your questions. There's a lot of comments, a lot of complaints about the defensive performance there. So get them in via hashtag Cowboys. Skip the line all together via Super Chat. Let's go to Lucid Charts Super Chat real quick here, and then we'll get to the mailbag itself because it's a good question. When does the George Pickens raffle end? Stay tuned, Lucid. I need to confirm some things with the higher-ups, but soon is what I'm hoping for. Potentially as soon as Thursday. So just stay tuned on that front. I just want to, I need to confirm some things with the people who are in charge of what I do, and essentially my bosses. So stay tuned. As soon as Thursday, though, we might do a second one. So stay tuned. We might do this one and then a fresh batch of entries. So, all right, get your questions in via hashtag Cowboys or skip the line altogether via Super Chat. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Any comments, questions, concerns? Okay. So get them in via that hashtag Cowboys or do what Lucid just did and Super Chat. That Super Chat also works plenty well for the mailbag. You have questions, anything at all related on the Cowboys, get them in. You just got to use the hashtag Cowboys. I know Daniel just did one. I think I saw one come in there earlier as well from somebody else. So you have to use the hashtag Cowboys or else Chris cannot find your questions. They are buried. They get lost. There's no way for us to filter them beyond it. So I see Mike's got one in there. Appreciate that, Mike. Again, the rules are Super Chat. You don't even have to use the hashtag Cowboys for that. We will get you in no matter what. Or skip the line with the Super Chat or just use the hashtag Cowboys. Get questions in right now here on the show. We are back with yet another Cowboys mailbag, answering all of your questions live following our Monday live show. Steven Goltz says, do you think the Cowboys will see three major backs in the preseason, or we will see the three major backs in the preseason, or do you think we'll start at the beginning of the season? It's a good question. We can go to the depth chart here, too, as part of this. We will definitely see Jaden Blue. Guaranteed. We will definitely see Phil Maffa. I lean towards we will see Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders. And if we don't see one of those guys, outside of injuries, that probably means we are going to see that guy be on the roster. I do wonder if with the new coaching staff in place, is there the possibility of the starters playing a game? Do they start a drive or two in the preseason? So at least Blue, at least Vaughn, at least Maffa. I wouldn't be shocked if we got a little bit of Williams and Sanders. I kind of want to see those guys. Those guys shouldn't feel guaranteed to have a role right now. So I would not be surprised if we saw them. And in fact, I kind of want to see them all out there. Lucid, think we need to add a DT or a cornerback first? It's a good question. Can I delay my answer until August 5th, or whatever day the joint practice is. Like, I would like to add both. Long term, I am more worried about defensive tackle because we just did this. We just did Mozzie Smith and 7th rounders, and that wasn't good enough last year. The difference is I think there are more readily available corners right now that can help me stopgap until week 8 or whatever. Defensive tackles, it's not a great group. That's how it normally goes. Why I'm kind of disappointed by the lack of just effort made at that spot. At nose guard, I feel good about the 3 technique room. But Coward answers both. Short term, like, I would love to find a DT that's harder. I think corner is easier to find. So we skip 3rd kid to go right to Tom's 4th kid. There will be no 4th kid. Problems will be solved to prevent that. Is Will Grier the backup / does he make the roster? I think he does. The way the rules still shake out is you can have the emergency 3rd QB if they're on the active roster. So you kind of have to put someone on the active roster to make that happen. I would lean towards yes. They just carry those 3 QBs. Now, we'll make note, Will Grier's a vested bet. So you could cut him and get him to your practice squad pretty easily. And he can be the 3rd QB in that scenario. And, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, he's there. I think, backup depends on, like, game day and active backup. Right this second, I bet they take Grier. He knows the offense more. Week 12, year's over, Dak's out for the year, knock on wood, play Milton. Don't be stupid. You need a quarter of play, and maybe you trust Grier a little bit more there. So I think that actually is a battle. I think that is a roster battle, Grier versus Milton. But I'd lean towards both guys make the roster. And if you lost Dak, knock on wood, for a season, you better play Joe Milton. So pick your backup QB. Who do you want it to be? WG for Will Grier, JM for Joe Milton. This is Daniel M. I guess I'm not pulling on the live comment side. They've changed the rules. I was wrong on Ramsey with the Cowboys, but right that Ramsey was worth a 5th. Cowboys have done that deal? No, because that's too pricey for them. I still actually don't know what Ramsey was worth. Because that trade went down as Ramsey to Pittsburgh. We don't know what for. Plot twist. Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick. Don't know what that trade value is. Then a separate trade that got folded in of Jonnu Smith for a 5th and 7th pick swap next year. So I don't really know what Ramsey's worth ended up being. It's kind of a really weird, unique trade. But they were never in on him because of the contract money. That was never going to work for them. So for that part, yeah, I agree. Ecuador man, do we trust Murray as the starting linebacker? Not really. In phases of the game, yeah. Like when he gets to be kept clean and just go make pursuit plays, yes. When he is asked to do the full instinct stuff, it hasn't been great. Like he sees a toss, he knows where to go. But misdirection, counters, he can get a little bit lost there. So I have some concerns about that linebacking core until Evershown gets healthy. There's the defense in general. We'll see. It's a streaky spot overall. Cristobal Finley, how about a Kenneth Walker trade? I am not sold that the Seahawks are going to trade him away. Now, look, they have Zach Charbonnet as well. He's a good player out of UCLA. Their other backs are 7th rounders and Kenny McIntosh and Damian Martinez. So I think KW3 is in the – they're not going to pay him right now, but they're probably not going to trade him either. Speaking of trades, open floor, name a player who you want to trade for. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. $10 from Lim Cook to get to Lucid Charts trade suggestion. Given the last portion of the schedule, what would a good record look like? I think if you get to 10 wins, you should feel pretty good about it. It is a tough schedule. Your gauntlet down the stretch this year is unlike one that's been seen before. Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders. Those are all playoff teams in a row. You better start the year, outside of week 1, pretty solidly. Eagles, Giants, Bears, kind of the early season like wild card impact game. Packers, Jets, Panthers. You better start the year hot because that's good stuff. So I think 10 wins is a good outcome. Lucid, would you trade for Jordan Davis? I mean, would I? Yeah, I think he's a damn good nose guard, a great run stopper. I think he'd really help out what you don't have right now up front. Are the Eagles going to trade him? No, they're not going to, especially not to you. The Eagles are still in that contender mold, and they don't really have a good enough nose guard beyond Jordan Davis, so it's not going to happen at all. We have never really given away the shorts before. Over on Fanatics, 40% off these Dallas Cowboys athletic shorts. Sleeping, working out, running, basketball, whatever it is, they're perfect for you. Chatsports.com/Cowboys shorts. Let me know in the comments section, or go check the comments section for the link. It's chatsports.com/Cowboys shorts. From Mike, what do you think the real Cowboys-Chiefs final score would be? I can pull that up here with what I did in my score predictions. Let me just go check my my graphics here. I had predicted in Week 13, it's available on the channel, by the way, 35-24 Chiefs. In Madden, it was the Madden Sim. Go check it out. Another wild finish. 38-35 Chiefs over the Cowboys on the last-second kickoff. Crimson Cowboys 72. Speaking of questions, it's a bit more or less split field and or cover 3 match, 3 marble coverage as opposed to spot drop compared to the previous regimes. It's a good question. It's a really good question, actually. I am very curious to see what Matt Eberflus tries to do from a defensive perspective. The one thing I like about what Matt Eberflus has done over the last couple years in Indy versus like Chicago is, a lot of the stuff he did earlier in his career and still has done plenty of, when he kind of learned a lot originally under Rob Ryan, but mostly under Monty Kiffin and Rod Marinelli, he was a big two-high shell guy. He was a big Tampa 2 coverage player. And he did plenty of that in Indy. There was a lot of cover 2 stuff. And then at times in Chicago, he was a bit more willing to kind of get away with that, to go away from that. He even did some, he's always been a 4-man rush guy more often than not, but it actually kind of jumped up a little bit this past year with some 5-man nickel blitzes and coverage stuff. So my suspicion here is that you'll still see some mixing and matching, and I suspect we're going to see a decent amount of the too high shell stuff. Close post coverage, so to speak. So I am very curious which actually, because he also made comments like man-to-man coverage is king. Like, does he think he's had the corners in the past? He didn't have it in Indy. I kind of want to see. I don't think Eberflus is as rigid in what he wants to do defensively as maybe a Rod Marinelli was, for example. It's a really good question though, Crimson. I kind of want to wait and see some there. We got more Cowboys videos for you each and every single day. Hit that sub button if you haven't already right now. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. I don't know. I wonder if we see a bunch of cover 4 stuff. Like that would make sense to me with what you have in the secondary. Anyway, great question. Daniel, you're trying to convince me that Gilmore has the standard to be an elite, but I know he's not enough. So I want a really good DB. I want a really good DB room, Tom. Is that too much to ask? It's not. Here's my question: where are you going to get that? We're in July now, essentially. Your options are limited. So how you fill a potential need at corner, your options aren't great. So I don't need Gilmore to be an elite corner. I'm not signing Gilmore to be an elite guy. He's a stopgap option. That's all he is for me. Turd Ferguson. Are the Cowboys doing anything different after last year where the offense and defense were plagued with injuries? Good answer. I don't know. The biggest one was your quarterback got hurt. Like, depending on who you talk to, the Cowboys would blame Diggs for his injury, and Diggs would blame the Cowboys for his injury. Injuries happen. Like, there's only so much you can actually control because, your number one receiver ran an out route and just planted and it folded up on him. Like, what are you going to do? It's not like basketball sometimes, I feel like. We're like, let's be honest here. I get why Halliburton played. I would have played too. That was the risk that everyone knew. You have a calf injury, stop playing. You're going to tear your Achilles. But it's the playoffs. You can't sit them. It's the NBA Finals. You have to do it. It's like, at times, it's like, what are you going to do? Like Sam Williams' injury last season. How do you actually stop that? You don't practice. That's like kind of the only way. So I don't, I feel like the soft tissue stuff hasn't been as bad outside of Dak in particular, which was also kind of a unique injury, hasn't been that bad in recent years. Like, it's not the same year of, hamstring injury, which also made this been a Sean Lee issue in the end. All right, Darwin Harrell. Is the offensive line good enough? I don't know. Put it this way. It better be. You have invested so much in your offensive line. Guyton is a first-round pick. Smith is a first-round pick. Beebe is a third-round pick. Booker's a first-round pick. You paid Terrence Steele. Your investments are heavily on your offensive line. Look, they're a very young group. One guy is not on their first contract. It is a young group. So it's an up-and-coming group. It might not be good enough this year, but at minimum, you need to enter next year going, this O-line's about to be really good. Like, it's about to be a top 5 unit. If it's not, then you've put all those assets into a unit that impacts every single play and isn't playing well enough. The O-line has to show promise this year. So grade that Cowboys offensive line. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Hervey, who is left out there cornerback-wise outside of Gilmore to go talk to him? So Mike Hilton is a nickel. If you want a blitzing nickel, that fits. Not good in coverage, though. Anyone got benched by the Bengals in coverage at times. Asante Samuel is out there as like a question mark coming off of the injuries. Kind of a red flag there. Rasul Douglas is a veteran, but he might want like a guaranteed starting spot. So TBD on that front. And then I think Kendall Fuller also kind of stands out as like an inside-outside hybrid guy. Also from Hervey is Solomon Thomas, a bodybuilder playing football. I don't view it that way. He has always kind of had a pretty unique physique where he's been able to cut, drop weight at various points. He looks jacked up as shit in a positive way. Looks huge out there. He's always been a little bit of the looks better than what he plays, but he just didn't live up to number 3 expectation pick-wise. I think he's best at 3 technique. I'll always prefer my guy being in shape than not being in shape. But I do get where we're coming from. The big trade of the day was the Dolphins-Steelers wild-ass Ramsey trade. Who won? D for the Dolphins, S for the Steelers. Also, as your votes come in, shout out Chris Lackey for his $1 super chat. He had a question later, says, if everyone about the cornerback help, are we ever going to get real safety help? I would even meet the Cowboys halfway and say, what about playing Marquise Bell and Wanye Thomas? You guys have watched the show for a while. I'm a sucker for safeties. Every year I fall in love with one in the draft. I always do safeties last. I had Brian Branch as the top 10 player in the class. Cowboys could have taken him. They didn't do it. Imagine how much better we feel about the secondary if they drafted Brian Branch. They didn't do it. I liked Juan Thornhill a lot over Tristan Hill. Juan Thornhill is still playing as a starter now in Pittsburgh. He's a starter. Hill's out of the NFL. I agree. All right, the next live show, folks, is on Thursday. Thursday, July 3rd. I'll probably run that sim and record it tonight or tomorrow. It is the Cowboys at the Lions. fresh off the 38-35 loss. Then the Vikings after that. Make sure you guys are subscribed. And then for those of you who are still watching live, we're actually going to redirect you to our live NBA free agency coverage. The Chat Sports YouTube stream or channel is live right now. Don't go anywhere. We will redirect you right into that. So go check it out. NBA free agency gets underway in about 50 minutes here. Live coverage on the Chat Sports YouTube channel.